I've reviewed a couple of curtain motors, but this one is different. Let's talk about it. Shout out to Zemismart for sending me this curtain motor. I appreciate you guys sending me this so I can review it and share my thoughts with everyone. This is really interesting because I think it's really easy to install, especially in the Philippines, since most of the curtains here, the budget curtains here, comes with a rod. And this is a good solution for that. So the way that it works is you have to put it in the rod and then it moves across the rod and it drags the curtain with it. Interesting design. This model is 4,500 pesos and it comes with a remote and smart home features. Is that worth your money? Let's find out. Let's start with the unboxing. This one is pretty standard. I have to be honest here, when it comes to unboxing Zemismart products, it's not one of their strengths. I've unboxed other China brands before, like the GoV Lite, and that one is a bit better, so I think you guys, Zemismart, you guys can do a lot better than this. So in the box you get the manual, the solar panel, the USB connectors, the IR remote, the curtain adapters, and the motor itself. Pretty much everything you need to get yourself started. Alright, now let's talk about the build quality. Everything you get in the box is made of plastic. It doesn't feel too cheap, but it doesn't feel premium as well. The motor itself is made of hard plastic with a detachable mount on top. I'm not really sure why they made it detachable, but you can attach it if you want. And this is a bit heavy. I'm also not sure if that's a good idea, considering you'll be adding significant weight to your already heavy curtain. The motor itself measures 18 cm for the height and 3 cm for the width, and it comes with 3 buttons on the front, forward, back, and stop. And at the bottom you get the channel switcher, the reset button, and the charging port. And this one also comes with different curtain attachments. For our use case though, we're gonna be using the one for the pole. The remote that comes with the unit feels a bit cheap in my opinion. It has 8 buttons on it, some of them for the manual adjustments and some of them for the save memory features. You will need 2 AAA batteries for this, so make sure you have them as it's not included in the box. And lastly, this comes with a solar panel. I'm excited to see how this works, if it can sustain the motor, as you probably won't be adjusting it most of the time. One thing I'm worried about the solar panel is that it didn't come with mounting options, so you would have to figure out how to mount it to ensure it gets enough sunlight. But the solar panel is optional though, you can still use the USB adapter for the power. And now let's go into the setup process. There's a couple of things you need to set up depending on how you would use this. For the IR remote, once you put in the batteries, all you have to do is press the redo button and the reset button on the motor, and that should pair them. And after that, all you have to do is really test it to make sure it works. And for the smart home integration, you will need a Zigbee hub. It's a good thing that Zemismart sent me one. This one is really good. It has a good LED light and an Ethernet LAN connection at the back. This particular Zigbee hub can be set up in Apple Home and Smart Life. All my devices are in Smart Life, so we're gonna go with Smart Life for this one. Like with all Smart Life devices, this is pretty easy to set up. All you have to do is reset the device, search it on your Smart Life app, follow the prompts, and that should do it. Now that that's done, we're gonna have to add the motor to the Zigbee hub. Similar to how we paired the remote, we have to press the reset button. This time we have to press it 3 times for it to be recognized by your Zigbee gateway. And once it's recognized, that should do it. Alright, so the installation for this is relatively easy, especially if you have a pole type curtain like I do. Once you attach the right connectors, all you have to do is slide the motor in. Just make sure that it's tight so that when the motor moves, it won't slip. I'm also using the solar panel for this, but since there's no mounting system, I'm just sticking it to the window and let's see if that works. And then at this point, all you have to do is just cover the motor with the curtain. And that should do it. You can now start using the motor with the remote or the smart home integration. One thing I noticed about this motor is that if you have a segmented pole, it'll have a hard time going to the other end if it passes the segmented portion. It'll be easier if you have a pole that doesn't have any segments on it. One thing I also noticed with the motor is that when it opens the curtain, it stretches the curtain, leaving all the creases in one end. I'm not a curtain expert, but this could probably be fixed by using the right curtain. Or there's probably some DIY solution to this that I'm not able to figure out yet. Alright, so as you'd expect, since it's compatible with Smart Life, you get all the features that's available to you in Smart Life. You can set a timer to open it and close it. You can have it react to the weather. If it's hot, it automatically opens or closes depending on your preference. And lastly, it can also work with voice assistants like Google Home and Alexa. Alexa, close the bedroom curtain.
Okay.
Alright, so should you get this curtain motor? I have mixed feelings about this. While it's easy to install, especially in the Philippines, since most of us probably use a budget curtain with the rod system, it feels a bit clunky at times and it will require more work to make it work perfectly. In comparison, some of the other motors I've tried in the past, while it's harder to install, once you install it, it's more reliable. So if you want a quick upgrade without overhauling your curtain system, this one might be for you. And that's the end of the video. You can click right here if you want to see more videos about smart curtains. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.